My number 5 scooter, which has been around for a long time, is the Showme 365. What I really like about this scooter is, of course, is the crazy price. You can find them for as low as 300 bucks on sale. But I also like how easy they are to fix. And I also think you're going to have problems with them almost right away. There seems to be a really large following of this scooter. You can even find their Facebook group. It's got like 30,000 members or something. And anything that breaks on it, you can probably fix by yourself. Just because so many people have had the scooter, have had every type of problem imaginable, and they just know how to fix it. So at a $300 price point, really an easy ability to fix when something goes wrong. Decent motor, decent brakes. I think everybody rode this scooter in the early days of rental scooters, and you'll probably get a good range out of it if you're a true last mile commuter. It's a really light scooter. You definitely can take it with you anywhere. So my number 5 scooter is the Xiaomi M365. My number 4 scooter is the Ninebot Max.
Similar to the Xiaomi, the M365 that I reviewed about 2 years ago.
Any scooter from this company has certain pluses. You know, number 1 being the experience of the company, and this is definitely the best upgrade that they have produced so far. And I really put some time in it, because when I rent a scooter, I will only rent a lift scooter if I have to, because I really think that it's just a chunkier, way better version of all the other rental scooters. Now, as far as the motor on this, I would say really strong. Definitely has some torque. You know, the rental scooters are dialed down a little bit, so I'm sure that unrestricted, they're pretty speedy. Really fat tires, which is pretty rare for these types of scooters. And right now you can buy Ninebot Maxes for 800 bucks. Definitely a pretty good price point. You know, but again, if something goes wrong with a scooter like this, most of the components are on the inside, so it's a little trickier to fix. So I definitely rank it low on ease. I definitely rank it low on as far as how hard or easy it is to fix, but definitely a scooter I recommend at this $800 price, you know, way below $1,000. My number 3 pick is the Boosted Rev, one of the only scooters I actually haven't tried.
We're doing it again, creating a vehicle grade scooter that looks freaking awesome. But awesome's only half of it. It gets you where you need to go fast.
On this list of 5, I'm basically basing the review mostly on the reputation of the Boosted board, the online reports, and what I definitely believe is when we start talking about build quality, this is the first scooter we can really start talking about that. The first 2 categories, the Xiaomi and the Ninebot, are okay scooters, but build quality, I would say, is just very poor because they produce so many of them and focus more on pumping out volume than having higher quality. But I think the Boosted company is still relatively small, and their Boosted boards have an unbelievable reputation. Looking at it, I believe the Boosted Rev has probably got the best build quality so far, even though we start to reach about the $1,600 price point. And even though I'm not talking about range and specs in this review, one problem definitely that every single Boosted Rev owner has complained about is the really short range. People are getting as little as 9 miles out of the battery, which is very moderate use. But if I had to put $1,600 or so into a scooter and I wanted my first dual motor scooter, this is exactly where I would put it, because at this specific price point, around $1,500, $1,600 bucks, I don't really trust hardly any scooter at all. I feel like they're all just cheap rebrands. Number 3, Boosted Rev. My number 2 pick is the Weped brand.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You always gotta chop that in half of it off. Oh, this thing is fucking pretty.
I was lucky enough to test ride one of these. We've all seen the videos, the pictures. These are coming out of the Philippines. Within the last year or so is where I've really seen these Wepeds, which are absolutely beautiful if you're into the aesthetic. And you're not really hearing any bad reports about them online, but I don't think this company has sold many of them yet. but I think they have a chance. I think they have some scooters now in the low $2,000 price range. You get the impression from the Weped manufacturers that these guys really ride their scooters. They ride them long time, they ride them hard. There does seem to be almost an overly amount of components to these scooters, so I wonder how hard or easy they are to fix, but it's really outside of my scope to comment on that. You know, I drove their GT 350 and it was awesome. It just reminded me of one of my Dualtrons. It was very light, very super torquey and fast. The number 2 pick is definitely the Weped, just based on what's been out there, what's available, trying to keep this within the price range of $2,000 to $4,000. My number 1 pick is the Dualtron brand.
It's coming in at 44 pounds. The Dualtron 3 is about 85 pounds and the Thunder is about 95 pounds. Another difference to keep in mind is scooter size.
Since I've owned a couple of these for at least 4,000 miles, which for me only means about a few months, I know more about this brand than almost any other brand at this point. For me, the number 1 brand is definitely the Dualtron brand. You can see my page is a little bit focused around it. After going through lots and lots of scooters, I landed on the king of electric scooters as of right now, undoubtedly. Company's been around the longest, build quality at the absolute highest. I smashed mine into a curb and it's still okay. Hard to fix probably. You know, I bought mine. I always recommend, if you're going to spend this type of money, $2,500 to $4,000, you buy it from somebody local who can warranty it for you, or just be comfortable with the idea that you're going to have to fix it yourself, probably using parts and videos. The Dualtron may only lack in one thing, and that is aesthetic. They're still just very boxy, but I believe that when they created the Dualtron 2 frame, they basically perfected the electric scooter frame, and every frame after that has been a version of that, if not the same thing. Apparently the new Eagle Pro coming out looks like it's using the Dualtron 2 frame. The Dualtrons are super fast, almost at any level. The Dualtrons will give you a lot of range. They have the most expensive batteries in there. And I put my life on the line with them almost every single day for about 50 miles a day. So I really trust the brand. So Dualtron is number 1 on my list of electric scooters to buy in 2020. Remember this expression: make your first scooter purchase your last scooter purchase. All right, Yogi Steve, Outlier Scooters. Thanks.
I don't want any American anywhere to ever forget that strength lies in our principle to be free.